The Springboro Police Department has a new addition to the family. Hi, I'm Maureen Russell Hodgson, and this is Springboro Here and There, and we are here at the Springboro Police Department with our Chief, Jeff Kruithoff, and our newest addition, Blue.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, so tell us about Blue.
Well, Blue is a little over 9 weeks old, and he was provided to us as a gift by Spirit Golden Retrievers, a breeder here in Springboro. And his role is not going to be a traditional police dog.
Right.
His role is to be a comfort dog, and he won't be trained to find drugs or catch bad guys or all the other stuff. He's just trained to be ultra socialized and be able to provide a presence for people, victims. We intend to have him pretty visible at different events around the community and nursing homes and schools. And then he'll be living here in the police department, so he will have the opportunity to provide a little comfort to victims that come in and they're a little traumatized.
So what made you decide, or how did you come up with the idea, let's not go the traditional route with the police dog, but do a comfort dog?
Well, I do a lot of disaster response around the country with hurricane relief and school shootings and the Vegas shooting. And so I've interacted with a lot of comfort dogs, and that's what really planted the seed. And then when I got to checking, there's very few comfort dogs that are assigned to a police department. And so I was working with the head of Lutheran Church Charities. They have probably several hundred comfort dogs around the country. And that's really what planted the seed. And then, of course, you have to have staff participation, because I'm only one person. But
Right.
he has really been adopted well by the staff. He spends all day here. I bring him into work in the morning. Right now, taking him home at night until he's completely socialized, and then eventually he'll be staying here 24/7.
Well, and that's the difference too between a traditional police dog is assigned to one officer, whereas you're going to see Blue with several officers.
Right. There's initially there's 8 officers who are going through the training. Mike Loesch from Homeland K-9 is doing the training. He's already been through his first training session, which is just primarily getting acclimated to a leash. As you can see, he still has a lot of puppy. He does want to use his teeth a lot. But he's actually done very well already in just 1 week. So
Just 1 week here.
And then, so at any point he should respond to a number of officers giving him direction or going to a scene with him. So.
And as you said, right now he's going home with you, and then he'll be going home with another officer. But eventually, the plan is 24/7 to be housed here in the police department.
Yeah, today is his first change. He's been coming home with me for the last week and a half. Starting tonight, he goes home with another officer for the next 11 days. And again, it's to provide him a lot of different stimulus, a lot of different activities, a lot of different things, so that he just grows up accustomed to them as being normal. So the effort, he's well on his way to meeting 100 people in his first 30 days. In fact, he's probably already exceeded that.
I was going to say, we're all excited. Everybody wants to come to the police department to see Blue.
We are restricting his use a little bit on meeting other dogs. He has one more vaccination shot 2 weeks from today, and we're kind of waiting for that vaccination shot before we introduce him to a lot of other dogs or animals.
Well, let's talk about when he'll be introduced to the public. When will he be going out, and what kinds of calls would he go out on?
Well, his first big experience is going to be National Night Out at Patricia Allen Park in Clear Creek Township. He'll be there. He's very not very heat tolerant, because he's a big dog and obviously a lot of fur. So he'll be there for a short period of time, being introduced to some people. He's already gone out. He's met the people at the pet store. He's met the people at the coffee shop. He has been at Hill Springs, and he met a few people there back when I could just hold him. So he's been to the concert at Austin Landing last week Wednesday.
This really has an active little social life.
Yeah, he does. But again, it's in small doses.
Yeah.
Small doses. He gets tired very quickly. So when he does have a lot of interaction, he sleeps a lot. But he is growing. He's eating well, and there's no signs of stress. Dr. Chip Beal from Springboro Veterinarian is doing his veterinarian services for us, and he appears to be just a very, very healthy, active, very well socialized puppy.
And children will be able to approach him and play with him at outings. And then his assignment, so to speak. I know with a traditional police dog, at some point, as they kind of age out, but I would imagine a dog like this, he's just going to keep on loving people, right?
He's not going to have to chase bad guys or be out in all kinds of weather and activities. So we hope to be able to keep him for a long time, and he'll be present in the building. We have a lot of people who come in who are experiencing crisis, either as the victim of a crime. Hopefully he'll be here to provide them a little comfort. And we also feel that the Child Advocacy Center, which interviews a lot of traumatized children, he'll be available. We can have an officer run them down there if they have a victim that really just needs to spend some quiet time and get themselves emotionally down before they're interviewed. So we have a lot of high hopes for them, but since this is kind of a pilot program, we're not sure where it's all going to go.
But I know the public was excited because when we asked people for names, suggestions for names, wow, we get response, right?
We got a lot of responses on his name, and Blue won. Sometimes people wanted Star Wars figures, but Blue seems you don't have to explain why his name is Blue, so to speak. So it's working out real well.
Yeah.
Not sure he knows it real well yet. He has selective listening. So.
And he came from a family of 5?
Came from a family of 5. Spirit Goldens. That's a business for them. It's a ministry actually for them. They're just wonderful people, Bob and Gail, and they are just an excellent breeding program to work with. A lot of people have asked the question, why didn't we do a rescue dog? But we really needed to ensure that the personality was such, and although he's not showing that right now, he just woke up from a nap and he's pretty playful. I should have taken one of his chew toys here to play with while we talk, but normally he has been pretty docile, but when he just wakes up from a nap, he is pretty energetic and playful. So.
Well, and I know this was your idea to bring a comfort dog, and this is, I understand, not your first innovative idea. You have many, but another one is Spark and Go, which I heard was an idea you came up with.
Yeah, that came from a disaster relief response too. When I went to Hurricane Sandy, a lot of the communities, they try to set up evacuation centers. But in a community like Springboro, we don't as much need an evacuation center as if we lost power, as we did with Hurricane Ike for 11 days. People need just a place to charge up their stuff, get the latest and greatest information on what gas stations are open or where they can get ice or what the prognosis is for the return of the power. And so that was the stimulus behind the Spark and Go. It's rather than put money into being prepared to open up an evacuation center, if we have it, we're just not in the need that much. People can go to family members or hotels or something like that, but they do need a place to charge our stuff, and that's just reflective of the technology we have today, that people leave it with their iPads and iPhones and all that stuff. People need to charge up their stuff. So
well, kudos on both points, because they're both, and this guy is really playful, and he just wants to, he's going to be out and about, and folks in the community will be able to come up and meet him, and you'll see him with different officers, and he'll also, as we said, be stationed here.
Right.
So we're looking forward to a long relationship with you, Blue.
We have a lot of ways we hope to introduce him. Hopefully, as soon as he's not napping so much, we're going to, if kids bring us your bicycle helmet, we'll have them announce on Facebook, bring your bicycle helmet and show me and pet me at the police department. We'll give you an ice cream voucher.
Ah, okay.
We're working through trying to identify some merchants that can maybe help us on, either pizza or something like that for the older kids. Come bring us your learner's permit, or if you're on your first car date, come down and pet me and we'll give you $10 off your pizza for the first date.
Well, that sounds like fun.
So we have a lot of ideas. The sky's the limit, and we'll see what happens. So.
Well, I can see that you're a good person for him to be home with, because you're very calm and patient, and
this is as
good little trainer
as he's been this time.
Of course, because he knows he's on camera, right?
And he's not used to sitting on a blanket like this that he can play with. So just leave that, okay, buddy? There you go.
Well, thanks for sharing some time with us and for introducing us to Blue. We look forward to seeing him out and about in the public. Thanks for watching. For more information, you can always visit the City of Springboro's website at ci.springboro.oh.us. We'll see you next time.